with you two?
Everybody's working overtime. Listening to the Rush Hour.
Triple M.
I feel good.
State of disaster.
Yes.
State of complete and utter cock-up. That's what it is, Bill.
Yes.
Not possible for the people to run this joint to have slaughtered this thing any worse. It is a debacle. We've been here before, by the way.
I know.
What do you remember what March and April looked like?
Nah, I'll tell you, Jim, this is my third time. Because I was in lockdown in the jungle.
You were.
So this is my third time I've gone into
Oh,
lockdown.
my God. It is a debacle. That's what it is. And we feel for all Melburnians and
Yes.
Victorians.
And Victoria.
But mainly Melburnians who are in, I don't know what the hell you call this lockdown stage, beyond what the last one was.
I've never seen it in my life.
You're not allowed out of your house after 8 o'clock.
Curfew.
This isn't East Berlin in the 50s.
Yes, it is, Jim. That's where we're going. We'll have tanks going down Clarendon Street.
My goodness.
Wow.
It is a complete dog's breakfast. Fat, that's what it is.
It is, mate.
But thank Christ footy's still going.
Yeah. And let's all stick together. And if we're feeling down, we ring our mates and we have a chat or whatever. We've got to do that. We've got to look after one another.
That's true.
Yeah.
Now, Wayne Carey joins us because we've got lots of footy to discuss. Footy's happening every day,
Every day. For,
around the clock.
I think another 16 nights.
That's it. So that's coming up. But hello to you, Tubbles.
G'day, old cock. And how are you, Mumps?
So I think I mentioned it last week, Dwayne, that Paul Seidman's great-grandfather was Jim Sharp, who's the former president of Collingwood.
And I think I mentioned it last week. Eddie, it's a thankless job, they tell me.
Apparently so.
And I think I mentioned it, that no one cares.
Oh,
Chief!
the Chief!
Chief's gone bang.
The Chief!
Poor old head. He's copped it everywhere.
I love Chief. I love it. He's no natural predator, the Chief.
No.
He doesn't give a stuff what anyone thinks or is or does.
And either does Duck, actually.
No,
So
that
we've
is
got
true.
him coming on
That is
later.
true. Yep.
Round 10, Jim. Can you believe that?
No.
Starts tonight.
Oh, I can't believe it.
Starts tonight. So there's only 8 more games of footy for most teams.
That's it.
And then it's round 18,
Well,
then we're into finals.
Thank you, Bill. That's, when the finals start.
Well, it's coming around quick,
That
Jim.
thing, yes, it is.
Except for the two teams, Melbourne and Essendon, who have got to play one
They've got
there.
to find another one somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. But tonight, it's we'll talk about it with Duck, but it's the Power and the Bulldogs.
Yes.
The Power have got a first gamer, Jim. Guess what his name is?
What is it?
Boyd Woodcock.
Jeez, there's a name.
I wonder if he's related to old...
What?
No, not that one.
Oh, sorry.
The trainer of Farlap. What was it?
Tommy Woodcock.
Tommy. He'd have to... How many Woodcocks do you know?
Rabs, don't tell me he's from Sweden. Like, if you're talking about a man called Boyd Woodcock...
Boyd.
Bill, he can't be. Has he?
Well, I think he's...
No. Come on.
There.
Oh, Bill.
There he is, Jim.
What?
Oh, gee.
Their first ever Swedish AFL player,
Well, I don't
Boyd
know,
Woodcock.
but his name's Boyd. Interesting
Righto.
game this, because
Yes.
Port going well, and the Dogs, they've got to
Man,
fire up.
they've got
and-
to find something.
Oh, do you see Richmond Footy Club, their resort got flooded, Jim?
I did not see that.
Unfortunately for some of the players, they had to get new beds.
Oh. Did they?
They had to get the divider for their room, Jim, because that got washed away.
Come on.
Maybe
Are
wanted them.
you suggesting a few are getting a little precious in the hub? Is that what you're suggesting?
I think it's getting to that stage,
Right.
Jim.
I
Yes,
see.
that,
Yep. Well, it might be time for the AFL to turn around and say to a few of these people,
Yes, yeah.
what you've got is what you've got, and it's all you're going to get, and get
Exactly.
on with it.
and not take so many calls.
We're
maybe.
trying to keep this thing afloat. So you
Yeah.
just do what you're doing, we'll do what we're doing,
That's
and
right.
the whole thing will keep moving.
and maybe not.
Maybe just keep it at that.
And Gill doesn't have to take so
No,
many calls.
I wouldn't have thought he
him.
should. He's
He
got enough on his plate.
He's got enough on his plate. Hearing from old Knackers ringing up, oh, me bed's no good.
Knackers Earl.
Yeah. Jamie McMillan, Jim.
Yes, I saw that. Having a
his
baby.
Wife's going to have a baby.
The Mac Daddy.
I think he plays Wednesday night. They play the Cats Wednesday
Yes.
night. That's a big game.
Well, they'll come up against a different quality of opponent.
They will than what we saw.
Geez, that was a
Saturday.
cracking game. I did that Saturday night. That was a ripping game of footy.
And that's what I'm going to talk about later.
Yep.
There's only one spot you can have the grand final.
No, I agree.
That's Optus Stadium.
agree.
How good was it?
Brilliant.
The atmosphere, the ground.
it was magnificent.
everything.
And
So
those two teams were superb.
they were. Some other news, because we do a bit of everything
Go on.
here. Storm had a good win,
Oh.
but guess what? Cameron Smith has hurt his shoulder. He might be
on.
out for a couple of weeks.
Smithy,
Smithy. It's only the second time he's been injured in a game.
degenerative shoulder.
You had.
Just old age shoulder.
Did
Exactly.
you hear the commentary in that game?
No.
They said Cam Smith's got a significant knee injury.
Oh,
Oh,
come
knee.
on.
And then 3 minutes, they're like, oh, we might have seen the last of Cam Smith.
What?
3 minutes later, Low-grade shoulder.
Shoulder.
And they beat Newcastle 26-16. Good win there. The Melbourne Vixens defeated the Magpies. Bad weekend for the Magpies because they lost the tennis, the Davis Cup, Collingwood.
You ever listen to him, will you? You've been working on that
No,
one? Haven't you? On the drive up,
No.
you just thought, I'll just
I got
work
better
through this
things
one.
to do.
Have you?
So
They lost the Davis Cup.
Do you know in that game, by the way, it was one set all. So they couldn't even finish the game.
Finish the game?
Yeah. That,
Right.
that was with Alicia.
Alicia Kirsten.
Arsenal have won the FA Cup, Jim. Did you see that?
No, I did not see that.
You didn't? Have you seen anything?
No, Bill. I'm in
Well-
lockdown.
Pierre Ababunyang, he kicked the 2 goals, Jim. He kicked the 2 goals.
Yeah.
Bunyang.
That's him.
Pierre Patrick Aubameyang.
Aubameyang. That's what I said first if you replay it. Dick,
Ababunyang, did you say it?
Dick Arm.
Ababunyang. How'd you say it?
Ababumyang.
Bumyang.
Yeah, Ababumyang. Anyway, guess what? He kicks a brace, Jim. You know what that is.
Thrice.
No,
3. 2. What's a hat trick?
A hat trick, yeah. A
Right.
brace is 2.
2.
And he gets presented with the FA Cup, drops it.
No.
Drops the cup.
No way.
A la old mate Frank Lowy.
Oh, no, come
I
on.
don't think he dropped.
He just fell off the dais.
But he dropped the...
Some of the more humorous vision any of us have ever seen.
Poor old Frank.
Oh, come on,
You're a
Frank.
good man. But dropped the cup. But well done to Arsenal. They won
Yes.
there. 12 NBL players from Melbourne United have tested positive.
12.
12. How many's on the list?
Don't know.
About that.
Well, is our man, the point guard, little knackers...
Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. What's his name?
Mitch?
Oh,
There is a Mitch who plays for
Yeah, McLaren.
what's his name, Fat?
I don't know. I can't read Melbourne. Come back to it. 'cause
What
it's,
is it? Ponytail?
Ponytail.
Not anymore.
Barracks for
Shaved it.
North Melbourne.
What's his name?
Comes in all the time. We
Well,
love him.
How can you not know him? Even I know him.
It just slips my mind. A few things slip my mind lately, Jim. I think I'm
Chris?
Chris Mew.
Oh! I've given him his first name. He still doesn't know him.
Dunst, Chris. Anyway, give me a
Chris Golding.
Goldie, of course.
You are
Goldie.
an
Sorry,
idiot.
Goldie.
We're
But
playing this audio next time we have
No,
no,
we're
are.
not,
No, we
because
100% are.
12 players from United
How?
tested. Well, it's a cluster.
I wouldn't thank you, Bill, but how have they managed to all latch onto it?
Well, someone's obviously walked in there at training and they've just gone
Isn't
back.
that Hutchie's joint?
That's Hutchie. Hutchie's
Hutchie's
the,
the president?
chairman.
Chairman?
I hope he doesn't get it. Oh, 2 chairs, Hutchie. America's first crewed spaceship. Remember we spoke about
Yes.
this, SpaceX? Well, it has landed this morning. A beautiful landing just off Florida there, Jim.
Right.
And I was lucky to get this audio from Mike, one of the astronauts. Have a listen.
NASA astronauts Bob and Doug.
On behalf of the SpaceX and NASA teams, welcome back to planet Earth, and thanks for flying SpaceX.
That's fantastic. Do you like all this space crap? I don't think you do.
Not really.
You don't give me
Not
anything.
that interested in it, no. So what is that, a passenger craft that's gone to the moon and
It's
come
the
back?
first time American have crewed one to go to the moon.
No, but they were the first people on the moon.
Yeah,
Back in
for
69.
40 years.
Oh, right, I see.
So this is Mike who had that to say. And Mike also had this to say too, Jim. Have a listen.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
I reckon I've heard that before, and Mike's gone with that. Jim.
Bill. That's Neil Armstrong. Who was also the first man on Mrs. Armstrong. According to Dave Letterman, I can't claim it, I'd love to, but that's, of course, Dave. But, Bill,
Yes,
you've
Jim.
gone back a long way.
No. Well, Mike went with that
Oh,
today,
did he?
thinking no one would
Did he?
remember old Nilo.
Yeah.
And, of course, he said that 50 years ago.
50 years ago.
Yeah.
In the pre-show meeting, he goes, "We'll get that audio from Buzz Lightyear."
Oh, no. Buzz
Well,
Lightyear.
Buzz was the second bloke on the
Yeah,
moon.
no one
Buzz
remembers
Aldrin.
him. No, it wasn't-
Aldrin. He was
wasn't
also the
Lightyear.
second bloke on Mrs. Aldrin. And Mrs. Armstrong.
Someone had already found Mrs. Aldrin before Buzz. Is that what you're saying?
No, he's also the first man. Yeah. Well, we don't know back
what
then,
the
Jim. It
hell?
was the
different times.
60 times where they used to
That's
throw it around a bit
right,
more.
okay.
Bit more.
Yes, thank you, Bill.
Yeah. What about these silly people, Jim, that do stupid things to get a McDonald's burger? And I spoke with the police minister,
Did you?
Lisa Neville. She's a
Right.
Geelong girl.
Yes.
And I could not believe my ears when I heard this. Have a listen to it and please make it clear, Lisa.
Can I be really clear, just in case there's any doubt at all? that there is absolutely no reason or need to drive from Melbourne to Wodonga to have a Big Mac.
Oh, thank you. Wodonga.
Wodonga. Well, thank you. A bloke drove from Melbourne
To Wodonga.
to get a Big Mac. Jim, what? Got fined $1,652. Why? I can't even.
No.
Beggars belief.
But people do stupid. I remember running into a group of blokes who were from Southern Cross, which is sort of Kalgoorlie, miles inland of Perth.
Yeah.
And you got that board that on a Friday night they drove to Perth to get a bucket of KFC.
No.
Yep.
How far is
3.5 hours. So 7 hours in the car.
Well, Wodonga's 3 hours.
I know. I don't get it, Bill.
And my favourite story, Jim, and we cover everything on the Rush Hour,
Right,
Jim.
yes, we do, yes.
I'll just read you the headline.
Oh, no.
Dad who lost his penis
Oh, Bill.
to horrific blood infection gets a new one in a world first, Jim. This is unbelievable. Poor old, he's from the UK, Malcolm McDonald, Jim.
Yes.
Malcolm McDonald. He had a blood infection and became the first man in the world to have a new one built on his arm.
On his arm?
On his arm. So,
What, an 8-day clock?
So he nicknamed it Jimmy. He was very fond of it. He used to play with it and things like that, he says, Jim. But so Malcolm was shocked when a long-term infection developed and it turned his fingers, his toes and his penis black.
Oh.
Jim. Then he was gutted when his manhood fell off one day.
Off his arm?
It fell off down
where
there.
it was properly.
Yeah, down there. It just fell off.
Right.
So he picked it up and put it in the bin. That's what he's saying in this article. Don't know if it's the yellow one or the normal bin, but anyway, he picked it up, Jim. Then the surgeons built him a new one from his and put it on his arm, and it had to go on his arm. He got it an extra couple of inches. This is all in the story,
Well,
Jim. This is true.
How is this on our show?
Because I think it's interesting for the folk out there. Anyway, he gets his the penis on his arm, Jim, and it has to grow there for 2 or 3 years. Then they can put it back where it should be.
Yes.
Interesting.
That's it, is it?
When people because he wears a long sleeve shirt, Jim. When people see the bulge in my sleeve, I say it's my dictaphone. It's quite clever from old Malcolm. That might seem a bit weird, but
It is weird, yeah.
now. Nowhere near as weird as having a penis on my arm. He's got
Yeah.
to laugh at it.
Is that all you're going with?
So this is him here. I've had a chat to him.
You've had a chat
to Malcolm.
Right.
And he's hard to hear because he's UK. He's got the thick accent. But have a listen to him when I said, what's it like having a penis on your arm?
What's it like having a penis on your arm?
I can't do nothing. I can't go down the shops with a t-shirt on. I can't go swimming with the kids. I can't,
Do you have a nickname for it?
Jimmy.
He can't go swimming with the kids, Jim. He's got a penis on his arm. He can't go down to the shops to get bread and milk. And he's nicknamed it Jimmy Jim.
Rabs, that's about enough. All right?
That's half the show.
I think that's a 13-minute intro, and it's finished with a story about a man who's got a penis growing off his arm.
Which is true.
Thank you, Bill.
Just for the people out there. So don't say we don't cover everything here on the Rush Hour.
That's it. Wayne Carey, next on the Rush Hour.
I'm good from the waist down.
It's Triple M.